What up, friends?
What up, world? It's your boy Jimbo.
And I'm that guy, Joe.
Welcome to another episode.
One beer at a time. We're back.
We're back. We're back.
We're back. It's been a little minute. But we're back. You guys seen us. We've been cooking, man. We've taken you to Brew in the Lou. We've taken you to a bunch of breweries. If you haven't seen them.
A couple of Brew Hogs events.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, follow us on YouTube. Check this shit out. We got a bunch of breweries for you to look at.
Yeah, man.
But we're here for an OBOT short. We're going to do a couple of beers. We're going to do some out-of-town beers and give you a little review. Right now, we're sipping on this very, very hazy IPA.
Dude, that is cloudy as shit.
What you think about the flavor, though?
Dude, I love it because it's kind of subtle. Like, it's not as hazy as that is. You expect it to be super heavy.
I was just going to say, I thought it would be a lot more of a juice bomb than it is. But yeah, so this is the Loophole Technicality. I don't know if you can actually see it because this is a wild ass can, but this is from Hop Butcher. This has Amarillo, Strata, and Galaxy hopped. It's a double IPA, right at 7.5%. Yeah, man. So very, very light session, drinkable IPA from Hop Butcher out of Chicago, Illinois. We don't do enough Hop Butcher.
We don't.
But I know we've done some. Hop Butcher is a brewery that you can find in several spots in St. Louis. I think most of our bigger liquor stores.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of kick ass. Everything I've had from them is really, really good. I don't know that I would put this over like a hazy from Pipeworks.
No, but I mean, it's hard to put anything above it when we're talking IPA. It's hard to put anything above a nice Pipeworks.
Plus, also, this is a double. And to me, it doesn't really drink like a double. You know, I feel like...
It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't.
Yeah.
But...
Nice, though. Nice.
But what we're here to talk about today is some Arkansas beers. And I want you to hold that while I read this. Because you're going to smell it. You're going to smell this beer. I smelled it as soon as I cracked it.
I got to work on the lighting. Our lighting's not great. I know you can't see this
you're going to smell this
but...
as soon as I cracked it, I smelled it. So this is Flyway Brewery out of North Little Rock, you said?
Yeah, man. North Little Rock, Arkansas.
It's called Blue Wing. Top of the can. Support local breweries. Love that. We pride ourselves on protecting our local land and the living things that thrive here, staying true to the environment we find in our own backyard. This is a blueberry wheat, berry wheat ale. And buddy, when I made with real blueberries, 4.9 ABV.
Ooh, sweet. Okay.
Buddy, when I fucking cracked this beer.
Smell that crisp blueberry.
I got hit. It almost, now it's made with real blueberries, but does it not almost smell like you're smelling a bowl like blueberry? It smells almost
man. Fake. Well, I immediately thought I was like, that's a blueberry Pop-Tart.
Yes.
Because that blueberry smell is so big.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because look at the brewing process. So I got them up on Untapped and American wheat beer with blueberries added after fermentation.
So back sweetened.
Yeah, so the blueberries are not fermented in here. So you get all the sweetness and the sugar from them without it being fermented out.
Well, let's clink and drink.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. Buddy.
It's got the depth of a blueberry flavor that you would get on like a blueberry lemonade. But there's not a lot of sweetness.
When you said blueberry Pop-Tart, though.
Woo! And the linger, man, it opens up more on the back end of your palate. I know it's November, and I've had this beer since I went to Arkansas in the summertime. This is definitely a summer brew, but guys, this is so refreshing and nice. So, we're not super sweet, fruity beer people.
But this is one of those beers that I really do. You know, when we're watching those shows that we kind of idolize, you know, the Fuck That's Delicious, Parts Unknown, even Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and you see that sandwich, we're like, fuck, I want to taste that.
Yeah.
I wish you could taste this.
You can get it through the screen almost, you know?
Because it's so hard to explain the flavor of this beer without you going and grabbing a blueberry tart.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's nice. Well, that's what I was getting at. What I was saying, it's not too sweet, but also it's not very tart. And I wonder if that has to do with not fermenting the blueberries, just sweetening with the blueberries.
But I mean, that
because
legit,
a blueberry brew, a lot of times you draw the tartness out of the blueberry.
But dude, that almost legit, I'm like tasting like a bowl of blueberry.
Yeah, man.
But
it's nice.
And I hate to say that because I feel like a lot of our listeners or anyone seeing this would be like, why do I want to drink a glass of blueberry? I mean it in the best way.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to explain.
Because blueberry smells fake. This doesn't, but at the same time, you get that connection. It meets in the most perfect place. It syncs up so perfectly with your brain knowing that smell. And then you try it and you're like,
yeah, that memory trigger. Yeah, I like how they have it on Untappd too. Blueberries added after fermentation. The fruit flies out of the glass to greet you and then balances sweet and tart flavors for an easy drinking, refreshing experience.
God.
Like that's it. That's it. You get all the fruit. You get all it smells like it's going to taste like sweeter and more tart than it is, but it's not. It's crisp. It's light. It's easy drinking.
This is a shandy would be.
You know what it made me think of? RIP to Missouri Beer Co. But we loved that blackberry wheat. Remember that blackberry wheat?
Yeah.
It was Kirkwood Station's blackberry. I have a little bit insider knowledge on that. Not really. I don't know that I should just throw it all out there on the show, but there's a reason why it's the same beer.
Yes.
The same brewer bouncing around. So under a different name, that blackberry wheat might be coming back.
Cool.
I hope so. It's my most favorite blackberry wheat.
We won't tell you. We won't sell that out.
Yeah. I don't, because I don't know for sure.
By the way,
but I've heard some things.
By the way, I do want to touch on something. You see this hat Joe's rocking. We couldn't both rock the same hat tonight. We want to shout out to honestly, like our first sponsor.
Kind of, sort of.
Walnut River.
Yeah.
Out of El Dorado.
Yeah,
Kansas.
Man. Our neighbors in Kansas.
Our neighbors to the north.
Yeah, we're going to give you guys some good content on that because we have some new beers to try. But let's keep it with Arkansas.
Yeah.
We're going to go with this Amadeus Vienna Lager from Stone's Throw.
That for me is...
Pull that guy up.
This episode, we kind of chose to do 2 Arkansas beers because I wanted to do this beer. If you go watch our episode with BJ from Walnut River, I will mention, I'm sick of repeating myself, but we kind of have to because we're a small show. We don't have a huge audience and we don't know who's watching. One of our favorite things about craft beer right now is the boom in lagers.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been talking about it all year.
Your straight lagers, your pilsners, your kolsches.
Ooh, and Walnut has a kolsch we got to try.
Yeah, that kolsch we tried. So we tried it. So you weren't there.
Okay,
so we did try it on the episode with BJ. It's fucking delicious. It's incredible. And that's what triggered this conversation. But
when they gave it to me, I was like, you guys don't know how happy I am that you make it.
That being said, Stone's Throw Amadeus Vienna style lager. So a healthy dose of Vienna malt gives Amadeus a soft, elegant complexity. And noble hops provide just enough bite for balance. Amadeus is crisp, refreshing amber lager. Ingredients: Pilsner, Crystal, Vienna, Munich, and Maladonian malts.
Oh, wow.
Magnum and Haltrue hops and German lager yeast.
Wow.
So, you hand me this.
We've gotten so much more familiar with our hops. I definitely need to get more familiar with
our malts.
Malts, man. Yeah, because a couple of those I don't even know what that is. Oh, that red color.
Look.
That's beautiful.
At that, I mean.
Yeah, buddy.
That's the color of beauty right there.
I love Vienna lagers because I like a nice amber lager, but Vienna lagers typically have this malt flavor it's just different.
I mean, you just heard all the different malts that were in there. And, ooh. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I need this to warm up a hair.
There's almost a little bit of a funk on it.
Yeah. I need this to warm up a hair.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Let the malt taste.
I feel
like there's a sweetness from the malt that we're not all the way getting.
You know what's really interesting about this, and I feel like we have not talked about this enough in our show, is that especially when you do these traditional styles, a lot of these beers are not served
at the proper temp,
as cold as we tend to drink them, or as cold as we tend to serve them in the United States.
Especially for malty beers.
Yeah, especially for malty beers.
Let's take a second. Since we're trying to be better about this, friends. A big part of our show is education for our friends they're not fully initiated into craft beer. Like, I'll put it like this: if you're a freshman in the craft beer world, we don't shit on you. We welcome you. I want you to understand why you might have tried a red ale that you didn't like, but maybe you'll love this one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different levels and complexities. So I really like how they have it on this description on Stone Throw's website, stonethrowbeer.com.
What's the ABV of this real quick?
They give you 5%.
5%.
Nice
okay.
Nice and smooth.
Nice in the middle.
It's an all the day drinking, but like, see, this is what I was getting at when for my freshman beer drinkers. We need to start saying that, freshman beer drinkers.
Freshman beer drinkers.
Not rookies. You're freshmen. You're not varsity squad yet.
Yeah.
But this might not look like it based on what your other experiences are, especially with domestic beer, but it's called a Vienna lager because it is in fact a lager. And it's important to know because it's a malted lager. It's part of what gives it its flavor and its taste. This particular one, well, first of all, let me note, this is on the Stone's Throw website. This isn't my research. But they're saying that the Vienna lager is the original amber lager. I want to research this. I want to know. Because I've loved Vienna lager for a long time. I love amber lagers, but wait a minute, is the Vienna lager literally the original amber? Makes me want to research that. But anyway, the original amber lager, born in Austria, but made famous for its life in Mexico via immigrants in the 1800s.
And that's where, dude, this is where I love beer history, beer connection, because, like, you want to talk about, like, serendipity, you want to talk about kismet, whatever is, like,
yeah.
Bro, so, like, I have my German history, you have your Mexican history, we're beer lovers, this is one of our favorite beers. Yeah. And it turns out
it's the fullest of circles.
It's the fullest of circles.
I love it. I love it. Healthy dose of Vienna malt gives Amadeus a soft, elegant complexity. Noble hops give you that bitterness for balance. Refreshing. Dude, it's all around nice. There's nothing bad that you can say. Is it the best Vienna lager I've ever had? Maybe not. Is it goddamn good? Fuck yes, it is.
So where are you putting... Okay, so we got to do our ratings.
So we're ranking. Yeah.
The
Flyway?
The Flyway, I mean, my God. I can't say enough about this beer because the smell is weirdly nostalgic. It smells like...
It's Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Pop-Tarts or cereal with cartoons.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are on. But in beer form. And it's... I feel like a lot of people would be turned off by that idea. But it's like, no. It's not overly sweet. Yeah. It's not overly sugary. It just... The smell will take you to a place that you're gonna feel warm and happy and comfortable. And then you're going to taste it and be like, yeah, I like this as an adult. You're not going to be like, oh, that tastes... No, it doesn't taste like a bowl of cereal.
I'm not going to lie.
It just has this smell of warm air, beautiful breeze, and beautiful blueberries.
Yeah, man.
So that's a fuck yeah for me.
No lie. To me, by description and the smell, it seems like a beer that I wouldn't typically like that much. But I love it.
100%.
I love it. And it makes me feel like, damn, last time I was in Central Arkansas, I just bought a bunch of random beers. Yeah. And, anytime you can build a 6, I'm like, hey, that's perfect for me to try a bunch. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I wish I got 2 or 3 of these.
And so then we move to our Vienna Lager. We move to Amadeus. It's a double fuck yeah episode. It's a double fuck yeah.
Arkansas hit it this time.
Arkansas, you're really hitting it, and I think that part of the beauty of what you're doing is you have less of a scene. It needs to stand out. You're standing out.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah.
Hey man,
Stone's Throw. Flyway.
I'll say straight up, man. This whole year, I started. I go to Arkansas once or twice every year, but this year I started really being specific with what beers I brought back for us to try.
Yeah,
and I'm really impressed with what Arkansas brewers are doing. With
I have been
with the malts,
yeah.
man. It's that malt flavor.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to our boys in Marlton at Point Remove, Marlton, Arkansas. Because, that's a great example. You know, similar to these, the malt flavors that I'm getting, it doesn't remind me of what we're used to drinking here, man.
So on that note, shout out to this episode and probably every episode sponsored for a while. Walnut River, Warbeard, but most importantly, this episode was about Arkansas. We got Stone's Throw,
Hell yeah.
Amadeus. We got Flyway with the Blue Wing.
Hey.
Both beautiful beers.
If you're down there, they're worth a try, man.
Check it out.